So hello dear students, welcome back to this YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to learn about an overview of the basic of the computer function. So what are the functions of the computer, what are the basic function of a computer, from a small computer to the large computer, we are going to cover in this unit. So starting, so computer do everything from tracking your step to helping NASA explore space. The first computer weighted over 27 tons. So you can imagine how much the size was the first computer, 27 tons. Now they are small enough that you can wear one on your wrist and put it in your pocket. So like today we have computers in our watches, we have computers in our washing machine, we have mini computers in our phones, and our phones are now converted into a smartphone that are smarter than the computers, and that are basically a small size of a computer. So no matter the size, all computers have four basic functions: input, processing, output, and storage. So the size of the computer doesn't depend upon uh, its function. If any computer in this world, every computer have the basic four functions. Any computer, if you imagine like your watch, your mobile phone, anyone, there are only four functions. The function one is input, and second is processing, output, and then storage. So let's take a look at how this function work in a computer. So the first function is input. So what is input? How our small devices take input? So getting things started, inputs are the information received by a computer. So any information that is a computer is getting is through the input process. The function are like the important component of a computer. So a computer cannot perform a function until it's take input. You have a watch, you have a washing machine, it will not work until it will take any input, and if it is working without any input, that means it is out of control. Suppose you have a fan and it is like moving without your permission or without your any input, that means that fan is out of your control simply. So any machine that is not taking input is out of your control. So a web developer built interface for user to provide input through keyboard, computer mouse, or even touch screen and microphone. So a web developer, like any website, if you'll open, there will be a input section. You can input through keyboard, we click on the buttons using the computer mouse, and even touch screen and microphones if you are just calling by the website. So all these things are done through the input function. The computer can also receive input automatically through device like sensors. So there are so many sensors that take input automatically. Like input is necessary if it is automated or by the manual, but input is necessary. If we will take an example of the like sensor, there are so many sensors installed in so many devices. Like in your watch there is a sensor that detect a heartbeat, that detect the data from your blood flow. So all these things are the example of the input function. The computer must translate the data it receives from the input device into binary code for the computer to either store or process. So the what is binary code and how the computers store the data, we will talk in the next further coming video. So in this video we are just understanding the input that any device take in the form of binary, like 0 and 1, 0 and 1. So binary code, also known as the machine code, is a system that represents all data as either zeros or ones, or true or false, or either on and off. So every sensor, every devices that take input works on the basic principle called the binary code 0 and 1, either true or false. 0 means true, 0 means false and 1 means true. 0 means off and 1 means 1. That input is very, there are so many complex divided that takes so many input, but every input in the form of 0 and 1. It is the only language that a computer can understand. A computer or a fan or any devices just understand one language, either it is on, either it is off. So all the things that we have considered in the input section. The next section is processing. So the processing, like the transformation. So the 0 and 1, if everything work on this number, Can we understand the computer? Can we able to use the computer in the way that we are using? Like I'm making this video, I am using this computer screen. Can we use in the form of 0 and 1? The simple answer is no. We have to convert it in the form that we can understand. When a computer receives data in the form of 0 and 1, it must transform that data. So the data is received through the input function, and after the receiving process it must be converted into another form that we can understand. The computer transforms the data into anything from numbers, letters to simple commands. So the data that we have in a 0 and 1 can be converted into numbers. We if you know about the ASCII number, ASCII is a simple thing like 0 1, if you have defined 0 1 0 1 is equal to a, that means 0 1 0 1 whatever any input will be 0 1 0 1, that will computer understand as a. So this was just an example, that is not a fixed thing, but this is the way that processing happens to a simple command. The processing is the series of action that a computer takes when it receives data. When it receives data by the input function, the thing that is performed is known as the processing function. The programs that web developer write will tell the computer what to do with the data that is received. So the program, whatever the web developer, the app developer, anyone writes, is the simple instruction that a computer what it have to do. So the computer mainly perform logical operation because the data is converted into 0 and 1. So logical operation means either true or either false, either this way or this way. So these are the things that we can understand in the processing function. The next is output function. So the computer has done so many processes, but if the processes is not converted into output, then there is a no use of anything. So the reveal output is the result of the computer transforming input data through processing into usable information. If output is only considered only if it is usable by the human. Suppose there is a machine, if you are inputting any data and it is converted into any random thing, that is not useful for us. So that is not any output, that is not any information, that is not necessary. That means the whole existence of that machine is not real. So the computer's output might be letters, numbers, photos, videos or audio. So the computer output can be anything: letter, numbers, photos, videos or audio. User can receive this output in different ways, including via device screen. Suppose you are watching this video on your screen, that is a type of output. I am giving you the input, the voice, the screen recording, everything, and then you are just getting the device screen, the speaker sound from the speakers, even external devices such as printer. Suppose you want to print out some document, so that is by the printer. Similarly to input device, output devices must do same translation. Suppose we are just giving the input audio hello, if it is not just getting that same hello in the output, that means there is something a error. So the output should be equal to the input, and there should be the same translation between output and the input. So they decode machine code from the computer into a format that the user can understand. If I want to explain, if you are just giving an input, that input is converted into that is in a machine code that is processed, but after processing that is in machine code. So to for us to understand that machine code is again converted to the anything that we can understand. So everything is covered about the output. The next important part is storage. So these are the basic three functions of the input, processing and output of a computer, but the fourth function is also important. There are so many devices that doesn't need any storage, like our fan. If you are just telling it to on, it will on. If you are telling it to off, it will off. There is no need of storage. But there are so many devices like your watch that store your heartbeat data, your mobile phone that store your phone book data, everything. To hold that thought, like if you are giving anything, that is storing it for our future need. So storage refer to how a device retains information. Web developers need to be aware of and need to know how to use short-term storage and long-term storage. Short-term storage. So what is short-term storage? Also called volatile memory. Stores data while the device is running. Suppose if you are playing PUBG, there are so many skins, there are so many component car. Where it is stored? It is stored in a RAM, like short-term memory. So website store data that web pages will use while the user is interacting with it. The data is stored in the short-term memory called random access memory, that is simply known as RAM. For example, suppose you are developing a site that handles inventory for a shipping firm. When a customer enter an order, the web page will hold the data in a short-term memory until the customer click on the tap of the button to submit the order. In many cases, the web browser will handle storing data in the short-term memory. Suppose here example is given. If you are using Amazon or Flipkart or any random whatever the shipping website or any e-commerce website. So if you are just putting your data like your name and as a, what do we say, the postal code, so all that data is stored in the RAM of that website, like we can say random access memory of that website, and that will store until you are just cutting that website or ordering something. Suppose you entered your pin code, but if you are going to any product, that pin code is same for that user. So where that is stored? In a random access memory. But what is long term storage? Long term storage means if you will save something, it will be there until you are deleting it. But in a RAM storage, if you are just closing the application, everything stored information will be deleted. But in a SSD or hard disk drive or a long term storage, if you are saving a song, if you are writing your name in a notepad, that will be there until you are going to erase that data. So long-term storage will retain information even after the device is powered down. If you are just have you ever thought that what will happen if you will shut down your phone, shut down your PC? That will retain all your saved information like photos, videos, that is in the hard disk drive. But in RAM, if you have saved any photo in RAM, that will be deleted. So SSD means solid state drive and HDD means hard disk drive are used for long term storage. So website create small files that store information called cookies. So if you have visited any website, there are the option called allow cookies. That means that will store some information of the website to your computer. So the user, if you will visit the website will use that data to know about the when the user has visited this website last time, what are the preferences of the customer or the user. So all these things happen by the way of cookies. So we are going to the next part. Here the scenario to help you understand how the 4 basic computer function work. So here is the question. So while visiting a foreign country, you use a money conversion application on your mobile device. Suppose you are visiting any another country and you have a money conversion application. You can enter the amount of the currency and then view the amount in the local currency. However, after you enter the amount in the app, the waiting icon display and the conversion amount never displays. Suppose you are using that app, you entered that convert my $15 into rupees. So after some time, the answer is not displayed. You restart the app and the amount you entered previously still appears, but the conversion amount still does not show. So which of the 4 function of the computer is missing on the currency conversion app that you are using? So you are going to answer this question in the comment section. I will try to keep the answer in the description, so you will check after your comment. So hope you have understand that how these all things happen. The 4 simple function can do so many complex tasks, like you are just exploring in the space and everything are happening just because of the computers, and all that computers works on the basic principle that is operated by the 4 simple function: input, output, processing, and then the 4th one is storage. So hope you have understand all these things. So just give your feedback in the comment section and subscribe the channel for the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.